Coca aminos, this is what it is. Salmon that I prepared earlier. So what you do is like that, like that. So I try and pick it up. The sizzling cooking stoves, they've got different, and then you have salmon. Amazing in here. I hope it does where you are as well. But I like to add some zest into it. And the salmon, I still have leftover sauce here. The garlic and ginger. There we go. It's a beautiful day today, and it's a grand final day. You know, those footy. But you know, you get the idea of really good. And then I will use the big side of the grater. That's what you use, and you just grate it so you get your cauliflower rice. It's been a long time since I started. In there for our cauliflower. I don't know what happened to my focus. Yeah, there it is. I know I shouldn't have been. I should have been. I hate using that plastic thing in there, but obviously I was not organized enough. It is September. I cannot believe it, honestly. September body. So chili in moderation. There we go. I think it's time to add the cauliflower. The humble cauli. So you want it to just be grainy like that. It's already, honestly, I think when I put it in my food processor, the texture is quite different. You can actually gauge what sort of texture you're gonna end up with. But with this one, the grater makes it a little bit finer, but that's okay. You don't have to cook it for a long time. So what you want to do with the flavored, you are not cooking it, because if you leave it here for 5 minutes or more than 3 minutes, it will start. I'll put some carrot. This is the carrot thing I was telling you about. Look how it does. Isn't that amazing? And then you can just use your scissors, chop them up if you want. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. So what I'll do sometimes, I'll take that salmon. Remember the salmon we cooked? Take a bit of flesh in there. And just plate it. I think that's enough. Some avo. And there you go. That's our second meal. That would be so yummy. Put some of this. Black pepper, salt, obviously. Some lemon. You can drizzle a bit of lemon there. These lemons are from my tree. And that's it. That is it. Let's taste it. Don't you just love it when it's fresh food? Crunchy, yummy. It's really yummy, honestly. Just take a photo. Stop that. You get the idea though, don't you? Okay. Okay, so that's how our meal done. I'll put it on the side, but I want to eat it. So good. Fresh, yummy, and crunchy. Put that there. And now we do the most delicious meal that I love. I love this meal because it's so easy to make, and you can actually put it in the fridge. It keeps very well, and you can eat it at any other time. So here's how we're going to make it. So the first one is just really putting things to. So this first meal with the chickpeas is just really to put things together, because our chickpeas are already prepared, as you know, and it's just made of making the sauce, which is onion and some garlic. You know, those are the strongest flavors that you can ever eat. You know, onions are really good antiviral food, and same as garlic. So whenever you're cooking, you know, when you're adding those it's not only to flavor, but that's how you're actually putting good things in your body that are going to keep you healthy, you know, without getting sick all the time. So here we go. A little bit of olive oil. I used to shy away from oil, but now I eat it all the time. Good fats are good for you. My husband says you eat fats to lose weight. If you want to maintain a good healthy weight, fats are good for you. Do not shun away from fat. The only problem thing is carbohydrates, really bad carbohydrates. But most of the foods that we cook here are lots of carbohydrates, but they are really good, sustainable carbohydrates, so they keep you full for a long time. That's how, if you are consistent with that, honestly, your body will just fall into the right weight, body weight for you, if you eat real food, simple food, which is what I do. I used to go really hard on myself, you know, trying not to eat that, and you become so much happier, honestly, when you are satisfied with, when you know what to eat and you're satisfied with what you're putting in your body. You are so much happier running around with, oh, I can't eat that, I can't eat chocolate, I can't, everything in moderation, and you're fine. So here we go. Onions. In goes our onions. We love onions, don't we? So this is our first meal. Our first meal of chickpeas. So in the end, I think we're gonna have like 4 meals out of honestly, all these probably didn't cost less than $100, less than $50 actually. Excuse me. So let's keep thinking about what we put in our bodies, and everything will fall into place, including happiness, like I said, including happiness. So go ahead and eat well, whatever you like, everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. I didn't know what that means until I had to seriously consider that and know that you can actually have everything in moderation and you'll be fine. And in moderation means, for me, it means probably having chocolate once every 2 weeks. That's my moderation. You know, having a glass of wine once every now and again, which might be another 2 weeks or once a week. You know, I eat chips. Most of the time we put chips, potatoes in the oven, because I love chips. Potatoes, and then you just put roast potatoes in there once every now and again. You know, your body will tell you what you need to eat and what you can't eat. So you have to be patient and taste your body. I mean, where are you rushing to? What's the rush? Take your time, try new things. I think that's the thing with us. Many people don't want to try new things. Try new things. Because if your meals are just, you know, concentrated on eating same thing, bread and butter, bread and peanut butter every day, how about bread and cucumber and some pesto? And see how that feels. You won't feel bad about eating bread if you eat bread like that. You know, how about some bread and some avocado? All right, and then here we go. I'll put some garlic first, just a little bit of garlic to give that boost. So you see how these meals are. It's not complicated. The best, though, I find that it's just this step is the most important one to get right. You know, get your onions to get to that translucent. Some people say they want them brown, but I think you just need to get them to that translucent where they have already released their flavors. And then we put the kale. Like I said, this meal is literally just assembling things. And then we put the kale, chopped up kale, whatever kale, what sort of kale do you like? I eat kale like, oh my god, I love my greens. And same, this thing, you're not trying to cook the shit out of this kale. You want to leave some, nutrients in there. So that's it. You just need to wilt it. Let's add some pepper. Let's not forget to season. Some people may think I don't season my food. I actually do. Just get carried away with this camera. It's a bit daunting, but you know, it has to be done. It had to be done. It's about time. And there you go. It's just get it to that. Just check if it's still working. It is. And you put some chickpeas in there. Chickpeas. And then we put a bit of the Italian spice. Just a little bit. I love Italian spice because the combination of spices you put in there, they are amazing. The flavor they bring out is really good. So there we are. I'm gonna add some carrots. A bit of carrots. A bit of carrots for some color. Actually use this thing. Don't you just love that thing? I think that's a very, 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 very... Where is my scissors? Where are my scissors? Where are my scissors? Where are my scissors? Can't find my scissors. What's happened to our hair? I do this all the time. Can't find things that are in front of your eyes. Someone should get their eyes checked. It's about time. Yeah, I think my eyes really need some to get looked at. So that's it. That's our meal. A bit more seasoning. And that's it. Let's plate it. Let's plate it. This is like a bowl kind of meal. You know, those meals that you just want to put in a bowl and curl up on the couch and devour and just get in there and just eat it. And just eat it. I mean, experiment with your flavors. Experiment, but the idea is to have simple meals as quickly as you can. So there we have it. There we have it. Our stir fry kale quick meal. Let's taste it. So good. So good. That is really, really good. Simple flavors. And that's how you eat consistently clean. Okay, so that is done. Pull that aside, and now we get to the chickpea soup. So I will use this saucepan. What am I looking for? So I'm gonna use that saucepan. Same thing. Okay, so we're gonna use that saucepan. Get your saucepan, and then we're gonna do the same basic thing of getting flavors going. All right, you put your onions. I don't know, I just find in where I grew up, when I grew up, we used to eat lots of stews, you know, beef stew, bean stew, that stew, this stew. Stir fries and salads was never a thing in my cuisine when I was growing up. Now probably people have become more experimental, you know, things change, things happen, and you find people are cooking all sorts of things. But I find this base of cooking, I think many cooks go through this, whereby, you know, stir fry your onions, your flavors, get your flavors going. That's the base. Whatever it is that you're cooking, whether it's a stir fry or whatever, that's the basic base of cooking, getting the flavors out, then add your other stuff. So we're gonna get that going. Get our onions. Get the onions going. Some people say, oh, you have to put the garlic towards the end, you know, when you're about to finish making your meal, so that, you know, it still has all the nutrients. I'm not sure. My husband says that he's a nutritionist, so he's a doctor of natural medicine, and he's a nutritionist as well, so he talks a lot about it. Not overcooking food, which I quite like, actually. Don't overcook food. Don't, you know, boil the hell out of your stew. So this is a very good way of doing it. You know, when you have your chickpeas that are already cooked, you have cooked them. So when you make your sauce in there, you're not really going to boil and boil, because most of the things are already cooked. The only thing most of the time that I really cook down is to, like, simmering, is when I have a tomato sauce, because there's something about tomatoes, if you don't simmer them down, I don't like that raw kind of smelly tomato fresh tomatoes in a sauce. No, hell no, that's not good cooking, that right there. So I think they need to simmer down a little bit and break down, and you know. And the other thing that I've learned with my cooking is I used to just use tomato sauce in everything. Everything I make, the best would be tomato sauce. I'm going to do that now, but I've learned so many ways of making food without tomato sauce being the base of everything. No, you can use like the other day I used pumpkin sauce. You know, you can put sauce, the pumpkin sauce, and food will taste amazing. I use it most of them in spaghetti and pasta. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant sauce. And you know, if you have arthritis, that's another way of trying to get away from tomatoes, because tomatoes can be very inflammatory to the body. And then if your body is already inflamed, you might need to, you know, reduce your tomato-based sauces, because they can actually be a problem. So there we go. I like, you know what I do? I like to put my spices when the oil and the onion is going on, because then it also gets the flavors out. I like to put my spices when the onion and garlic is going on, so that the spices can actually, you know, get their flavor. So I'm going to add some Italian spice. It's the spice of the gods, I think. And I'm going to add some paprika. So this is like 2 teaspoons of paprika, and what you call turmeric. Turmeric is another really good anti-inflammatory, you know, spice or herb. So why don't you use it? There we go. Put it in there and then mix it up. Oh, how good are those flavors? How good are those flavors? So honestly, I enjoy doing this. I plan, actually the next class is going to be in a month. We're gonna do another one, and I'm hoping next time I'll be more organized. And I'm going to put some tomato, you know, not too much, just to get it going. Just to get it going, and we'll let that simmer for a while. So what I normally want to do is the tomatoes to release their flavors. At this time I don't want to put the stock. I just leave it for a while like that. I'll put some salt, so they can actually help release the flavors. I use lots of rock salt. I use the grinder, but I like using, you know, the old school kind of salt. I used to see my grandmother put salt with her hands in there, and I just used to wonder, how does she know? How does she know it's enough? Now that I'm a cook, I know exactly what is enough and what is not enough. So there you go. You just let it simmer a little bit, probably 10-15 minutes, and you will have a really lovely, yummy sauce. You can eat it with your family and it will be lovely. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is a beautiful day here in Perth. And food is at the heart of this household. You know, my firstborn daughter, she loves food. Oh my God, she loves food. She eats anything like mommy. She eats anything. She'll eat and try anything. She's not hesitant. But my other younger daughter, she likes meat very, very much. If you give her food with meat, good for her. That's her thing. Anything, honestly, she is just a very difficult person to eat. Even, I mean, she's 19, but she would not try anything. She would not eat an avocado. The only thing that she cooks is carrot, tomato, and kale. Yeah, she eats a bit of kale. That is if she can be bothered to cook, which doesn't happen very much. I guess it's very normal for that age, but I find it very astounding because we got told to cook when I was young. I think as soon as I turned 12, my father was a working class person. You know, he would go to work 8, come back 5. So my mother had to teach me to cook, and because sometimes he was away working, you know, foraging for stuff to feed the family. She would be going away for 4 weeks, and she had to teach us to cook. So I would stay at home, do the ironing. My dad was like I said, we're like a middle class kind of family. You know, you would have shirts, 12 shirts. I would have to learn to iron them. Well, my mother taught me, but you have to, you know, to learn to look after the family at that young age, and then that's how I learned to cook. I just love having the flavors, the freedom of flavors. We didn't have much then. You know, you would just have tomato and onion, that's it. Some vegetables and some salsa. That's it, every day. That's what we would cook. So, and I just learned the basics of cooking nice food, tasty food. And my father would say, "Ah, you cook very well." I would see when he eats my food, he would be very like, I don't know if it was a thing just to get me, but he really liked what I cooked. And he would comment all the time, and that makes you want to put more effort. I know, it probably was a trick. And it went on, and I think now we need to have a look at what's happening there. See? Now the thing is dyed, you know, it is cooked down very nicely. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. So what you do now is you take your stock. I've got like 500 mils of 300, 250. It's about 250. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. So vegetable stock is good. It adds also vegetable stock is good also because it adds lots of flavor, because it has flavor as well. I mean, whether you're using vegetable stock or beef stock, whatever you're using, just use it in moderation. What I don't like to see is chunks of tomatoes in my sauce. I hate that when I have to bite it. I don't mind eating raw tomatoes, but when they are half cooked, they're not meant to be half cooked. It's either you cook them or you don't. Okay, now we're gonna assemble all the other stuff. We got our chickpeas. They go in. Chickpeas in. We got our carrots. Carrots in. You know, they're all pre-cooked. And now we got mix it. I mean, there's no need to mix it because it's already cooked, right? So I will leave that to simmer a little bit more. Put the heat up a little bit so, you know, the flavors infuse. That's what you want. You want flavors to infuse, get into them chickpeas. But the thing with chickpeas, I don't know for you guys, chickpeas, I think it's food of the gods. If there's anything like that, I think food for the gods. Honestly, they're so creamy. That's another sauce actually. I'll teach you how to make the creamy tahini sauce with chickpeas. So, you know, you can put it in mushrooms. That's probably our next meal. We're going to cook mushrooms, creamy mushrooms. I'm going to also probably prepare some creamy peanut butter sauce. I know I love creamy peanut butter sauce. And I think we will also do some fried rice next time. You know, those easy to go meals that are actually easy to make. Easy to make. Ooh, ooh. Easy to make. Easy to make and eat. Easy to make and eat, yeah. So yeah, that thing is good. It's just ticking away. Yeah, so this thing is I plan to keep going with this, you know, for as long as we can do this. We'll keep doing it. We will keep doing it. So I look forward to keep cooking and it going on and telling the world about how simple food is made, you know. So that's simmering away. That is simmering away. You don't want to simmer too much, like I said, because we already have the chickpeas cooked, because you don't want to blend them. You don't want them to go all mushy and overcooked. No. So let's keep going. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about this. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, any words of encouragement, words of wisdom, we all love them. We all like that. So do not hesitate. Reach out to me and let me know. Let me know. I love hearing feedback. You know, it's good for all of us. I do enjoy doing this, honestly. I wouldn't mind spending, as long as I don't have to wash dishes. As long as I don't have to wash it. But today I've got to clean up. You know, it's a production house today. I've got to have to clean up and clean up and clean up. So I think that's about 5 minutes, and we're just gonna have to reduce the heat, and ooh, that's really nice. It's looking really yummy. Oh, look at that. Silky smooth. Let's have a taste. And then at the end, add your kale. You don't want to add it too quickly, so you just want it to wilt a little bit. You just want it to wilt. That's all you want. Not to cook too much. Oops. And it'll be ready to save. It'll be ready to save, and I think we have successfully finished cooking 4 meals. 4 meals in about 1.5 hours, I think. Might be a little bit less, but I think we are over an hour now. And I'm so grateful for your support. I'm so grateful for coming along and just taking time to hang out with me. I mean, it's gonna be more fun. We want to make this fun, and you know, having to interact and make all sorts of friendships out of this, you know, same kind of thinking, let's do it. Let's do this. I know there's lots of people out there who would yeah, would want to do this, taking your time, calculating. That's fine. But the other thing is, we also, I'm going to talk about the time. I think Saturday morning is the best time. I know if you're in Australia, because then you do the morning thing, and then afterwards, because it's a relaxing day, you know, we're relaxing, we're making food, and we're just getting slow with the day. Well, that is if you're not working Saturday, you know. And then you can get the rest on with the rest of the day. You know, you've done something that you love, you've had fun, you've had lots of to do, and it's a great time. So I think that is done now. And it's time to plate it. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. Done. So this is like a winter kind of, you know, soup. It's still a little bit cold here. So if you eat that, honestly, it's the best food ever. So we're just gonna plate that and save it. Let it. I think I'm learning about plating. It's not really important for me. What's important is the food in the plate. The presentation, honestly, is like, well, I'm learning a little bit because I know some people eat with their eyes. And I put it there. So here we go. Plate it. Ah, look at that. Look at those colors. It's just loaded with nutrients. That's what I think it is, loaded. Okay. Ah, oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, that's one thing I've had to learn is plating. I really don't put much effort into it because I don't think it's important. But it is important for some people, so I do try to put a little bit of effort into doing, you know, nice presentation of food. I'm gonna put some lovely avocado on the top, you know. Good fats right there. Need some good fats. You need some good fats. Ooh, let's taste that, honestly. Gotta get big. That is so yummy. That is lovely food. Lovely food right there. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, I think that's about it for us today, guys, and I really enjoyed doing this with you. I plan to keep doing it because I love doing it. I'm not giving up. We're gonna have to make future plans. I think I'll do another one in a I've planned it on in 2 weeks time, but I might have to put it back a little bit as I have things that have come up to do in a week's time. So preparation won't be enough for me. So I hope to see you guys soon, and let's do this. Let's get cooking. Let's get some cooking going. And yeah, I love doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and you can enjoy this video and go on my page and follow me, Whole Foods Processed Unprocessed Meals. And yeah, follow me on my Facebook and on my Insta. It's Angie Manatsa, and we will catch up very soon. Love you guys. Mwah. Okay.